share a little bit about the great awakening that's happening for the divine feminine through us, through you as a female vessel. This video is primarily for women, people in female bodies, and I'm here with my little female body cohort, my daughter who's 4 months now. And I want to share a little bit about what I see happening externally in the world with the feminine, how you can awaken your feminine, how you can bring your feminine energy out into your life, your career, your motherhood, your mothering of business projects, if you're a biological mother or if you're just managing a lot through the feminine energy, you can create more in ease. And we are at a really important time right now where we need the feminine. Um, I also wanted to share a little bit about my own journey so that I can tie this in, because I think we teach what we need to learn. I'm here as a teacher, I'm here as a student, and I have learned a lot from becoming a mother of two and going through a lot of messiness. So the title of the video is something like uh, Twin Flames, Divine Feminine Reading. So this is going to be a channeled reading, and it's about awakening through the mess. So you can see I'm in this mess. There's my daughter's iPad, my husband's magnesium. In the past, I would have tidied up before getting on this video. And I believe a lot of us are realizing that our priorities of perfectionism and facading, uh, putting covers on, having beautiful masks on, is no longer serving us to some degree. While it can be fun to have the wrapping paper and the pretty bow when we're presenting our gifts, it's also completely okay to be the raw, dark feminine, which is the earthiness, the mud, the messiness. And that can create some of the most beautiful flowers, the lotus being a symbol of triumph, of beauty over that muck, the marshiness. And I feel collectively, so let's dive into the reading. I may channel and close my eyes, or I may talk to you with eyes open, but thank you for being here, feeling the love. Thank you so much. And in this state of feminine grounding, we are moving past the old particles of deception, of also of ancestral pain, of the bones and the traumas of the ancestors. We are using that as grit for grounding, instead of before we were tormented by the trauma of our ancestors. We were anchoring into that. Now we're rooting through that. Like I'm seeing almost like the ancestral muck as anchoring that weights us down, so that like a boat's anchor. Oh boy, speaking of anchor and energy, here's my 5-year-old daughter coming. Oh gosh, I was like, there's no chance she's going to come down now. Of course there is. But this is the muckiness. This is also the magic. So, hey, Lisa, I'm making a video with beautiful women and people are watching. Do you want to share any messages about being in a female body? What's it like being in a female body, Elisa? Is it kind of a lot sometimes being in a body? Or you want to just play with your slime? You can be part of the video even if you don't say anything. Thank you to my two little sidekicks, precious girls. So, speaking of ancestors, we have the past ancestors. We also have the future, and these beautiful energies are connected. Hey, Elisa, I want you to be quiet if you're going to be here, okay? So the people can listen. So our future generations are being impacted by the work that we're doing within ourselves. These beautiful seeds of the now are, of course, planting the garden of the future. And we have so much opportunity. And if we look at it as, oh, ancestral healing, my grandmother went through this, my the wars that swept through the lands. I need you to be quiet, baby, otherwise you need to go upstairs.
Mom, please, can you look for things in slime?
No, not right now, but I'll come afterwards, okay, sweetie? Can you go upstairs with me? Okay, cool.
Well, I don't know where Mamie is.
Okay, just go upstairs or go find something to do. Oh my goodness, being a mom is the most beautiful thing, and working with flow. So, Let's go back into the reading. So basically, what I'm feeling is there's this shift from restoring the ancestral grids, like regaining access to old ley lines, regaining and opening, plugging in. Um, which we have done. We've gone to ley lines, we've gone to the sacred sites, we've gone inside of our own cells and DNA and done a lot of trauma healing, trauma healing, trauma healing. And that's all been great and fine and so important to rise the feminine. And through that, we rose a lot of priestess past lives of, witch burnings and hangings and suppression and darkness and a lot of black magic. We're getting to the good part of the reading. And so now we've moved into a deeper layer of clearing and resurrection. So this clearing has brought out some cysts, some nodes, some lumps. So when we look in the body, or if we look in our financial blockages, or if we look, I'm talking about blockages. So this could be a tumor, it could be a tumor in someone's financial systems. It could be, why are my websites always getting viruses? Or why does my love life always get blocked? It seems like I'm about to walk down that aisle with my twin flame and then he cheats on me. So these ruptures, these blocks, these wounds, they are based on past patterns of trauma. And they happen to us individually, but really they've been happening on a global collective and even galactic level. But they've also clearly been part of our family systems. And so we've all been doing a lot of work, whether it's through constellation therapy, meditation, transpersonal counseling, chakra clearing. We've done amazing work. But now we're getting to this level of really clearing dark energy. We could call it black magic rituals that were done by um, certain powerful groups. I like to call them deletes, not elites, but um, whether you look at it as the monarchs that did all kinds of torture things on the witches, or even those today that are practicing really negative practices that are showing up as a lot of truth seekers finding out conspiracy theories are not conspiracies, they're actually real things that have been happening on a very massive level. So, this unveiling has created both a rupture, reopening, and uh, re-traumatization, like a revelation of, oh, this is a deep trauma, and also huge opportunity for reclamation. And so we're kind of at this precipice or this intersection of like, I am in my most powerful lioness, Christed self, this deep, reverent love as a goddess. And that's a key here, is keep in the love vibration. You are accessing the love vibration. You are absolutely bright love and light. And there's this other, so that like beautiful white light, kundalini, white serpent is very much hitting this dark downward serpent of the Kali who wants to destroy the earth. That is very much not that the thing is, I'm not labeling Kali as bad or even the darkness as bad. It's just up, down, left, right, dark, light, good and evil. Like if you think about it like that, in a way, evil has the most powerful medicine to keep our good. And we use homeopathy, we use a little bit of the venom or the poison to heal. And so we are intersecting with this dark serpent, which is this ancient Baal or Kali, Lilith, dark masculine, feminine entity, energy, serpent pair, dark serpent pair. And really, it's a mirror of our own light serpent pair. We have an infinite number of aspects of the universe within ourselves, um, but within our own powerful light, where the light has to be anchored onto the canvas of darkness. And this black magic curse, this dark energy that keeps creating new traumas. Why are my bank accounts, like, they go up and then they go down? My crypto goes up, it goes down. My love life goes up and then something happens. My health is going great and then I get some kind of infection. So these patterns keep repeating because of this hooking into this ancient darkness. And the darkness is so intense and so scary and so sad. And it's like the deepest level of hell. And at the same time, through that hole of the hell, we create a conduit for the light to permeate through. So it's so easy to be like, I don't want to go through there. It's so scary. But it's an initiation and opportunity. So, what I'm really seeing is the intersection is going to be most beautiful because the feminine is about beauty, is not having an awakening through darkness all the time, through trauma, but it's actually through enlightened darkness. So, it's like if one is to find out that their partner is cheating, like I've worked with clients that have found out that their partner is cheating or they've been dealing with this cheater pattern. It's like it's coming with a lot of love, understanding, and forgiveness. Whereas in the past, it would have been like, oh my God, I'm going to die. He cheated. What's wrong with me? Or I lost my money and God doesn't love me and I messed up and everything. It's like this really intense spin out and everything falls apart. But now the love vibration is coming in so much, this feminine love energy, that we're going through situations with much more grace. So perhaps the dollar amount that would be lost, instead of being like, hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's like, oh, okay, I just lost like $1,000. And then, oh, it picked up this week. So my other stock went up. And it's like almost laughable how like it feels like it's going to be the end of the world, but it's not. And there's this initiation through um, grace meeting the pain. So that's where we need to, as I was talking about before with like my messy background, we need to embrace this feminine messiness. We need to embrace the truth, which may be kind of heavy, like, oh my gosh, this person is cheating on me, or my best friend has been gaslighting me, or my mother is dissociating and I always thought she was connected to me, but whoa, she's really tuned out. Um, so, can we embrace truth? Can we be in it with love and understanding and compassion and really stay there versus dissociation? So that's kind of the key takeaway that I love for you to play with or feel into is how much more can you take? Can you feel? Can you embody from the place of love, consciousness, compassion, beauty, and light, the feminine, without mm, storming yourself? Like, can we bring in the wetness without creating a tsunami? Know your edge. So instead of re-traumatizing by going into a wound, get a counselor. So, for example, I worked with a client who her twin flame, this is recently, her twin flame said, I need to have a break, a separation. Maybe I might not be coming back. I can't have you waiting. So, he basically created this twin flame separation. And she was like, oh my gosh, I don't understand why. Things are going so well. And for a couple of weeks, she was in this trauma spin out, and we did work together. And she realized that this was like deep subconscious pain she'd been carrying way before she met him, probably before she was even born this lifetime. It probably was ancestral. And we did a lot of clearing. And she was like, oh my gosh, my body was always holding on to this junk. I couldn't breathe. I was having insomnia from it. I would flip out. And she got to this beautiful state. And she told me just a couple days ago, she's like, I know my worth. And I got to a place where I was like, I don't care anymore about like whether or not he comes back. Like, of course she loves him. She would love the best outcome. But she's like, I cannot sit around and wait for him to like decide if, I'm good enough. I am freaking good enough. And she just got into this queen state, and she was out of the flipping out. She was able to breathe, she was able to function, do her work, and she brought in the love vibration for herself. And she'd always had it for him, but she had it for herself now. And then, of course, he comes crawling back and is like, I'm sorry. I realized I was sabotaging. There was some girl that I was interested in, but I realized that it was actually an addiction. And I feel so safe with you. And you're hot and beautiful and amazing and sweet. And you're all the things I want. So I'm sorry for like doing that to you. And she's like, well, you got to work your way back in, but I do love you. So I think all of us have been through these initiations, but in the past, we might have lost our minds, or we might have completely cut them off. Or, I have clients who are like in their early 20s, they just went through extreme eating disorders or depression when these things happened. And these things can happen at any age, but that sense of self-worth is totally thrashed and gone. I feel like us feminines, we are really grounding into this deeper love and unconditional, unwavering lioness, mama bear, like I've got you. You are not going anywhere. And it starts really at ourselves. It starts with that deep self-love. So embrace the mess, see it as part of your power, see the initiations as an opportunity to love deeper, dive deeper into who you are. I love you. Thank you for joining me. I am making messy videos because if I don't do it like this on the iPhone, I won't be doing it anytime soon. And I'm sorry for the large gap, but it's just been a beautiful summer in California with gray fog today. But it's been really sunny and beautiful. And Jack is golfing today, and I'm here with the girls. And we'll be back in Bali in a couple more weeks. Um, and yeah, Leela's turning 5 months on the 23rd. She is so cute. I'm trying not to show you my boob because I'm not like super booby showing, but she's just so cute. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. I'm so glad I decided to have her. And said, Jack, let's do it. And he was like, yes, right before or right after I turned 45, before I turned 45, when I was 44, and we had the best birth. And she's just such a blessing. Like every day is like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did this. So yeah, we're really, really pleased with her. We're in love. We're having a nice little polyamorous family. There's like so much love going around. I'm like, I love you, Elisa. I love you, Jack. I love you, Leela. I love myself. And then there's the days where I'm like, nothing's working. It's so hard, not days, but parts of the day. And then I just look around and I'm like, oh my God, so blessed. So I'm glad I did the inner healing work. I continue to do the healing work. I'm glad to support my clients in that. And really, God heals all. And I say God, it's God, goddess, feminine, masculine, infinite, supreme, highest being of allness that heals. And it really is, if you break it down, it's love and light. So love and light to you. Namaste. Namaste. Bye for now. Let's see if I can turn this off. Oh gosh. It's like locked. Anyways, we'll figure it out. And ciao for now.